up here on the top left-hand corner of the map, we have our red Protoss player. It is AdditionalPylpns, who was mined me last season, but we always had his name wrong because he put his own name in the thing instead of the bot name. So the bot was always supposed to be called this. But this is
a funny story behind that. I'll tell you in a second. In the bottom right-hand corner, we have the blue Terran bot, Tychus. Mm-hmm. So the funniest thing is that it was brought up multiple times because I think it was last game. It was also named Mind Me or referred to as Mind Me, and I changed it in the original sort of scripts and stuff that it was AdditionalPylpns, and it was revealed coming up to this week that it's all this time this season it was Tara who assumed that it was always supposed to be Mind Me and AdditionalPylpns mistake. So here we go. Apologies to Mind Me out there. Now you're officially AdditionalPylpns, as you should.
All right, fair enough. Good to get that rectified. Some people are very sensitive on names, like Kagamina. That's it. I think every time I say it a different way, it's better that way. He's not in this season though.
I think you actually know, and you're just now trolling. I've
been trolling for like 2-3 seasons on that. Definitely. It's I think at one point I had claimed that it was named after his body pillow.
You know what though? Is that so unusual?
We know people that would be the case.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not like it's not that.
They all work in production. We've got I should comment. We've got a fleet beacon coming, or a fleet beacon done already. We've got disruptors out. We've got a Tempest coming. A Colossus coming. AdditionalPylpns is making a whole menagerie of different units here, and I'd love to see that out of bots. Like a lot of our earlier seasons, for sure we were getting like 1 and 2 unit combinations, but we're now seeing particularly a few of the Protosses and Terrans really use like every unit that they have available to them and actually have scripting to control them. And stuff like a disruptor has got to be super hard to use correctly in this. We've got a drop coming over here in the name, and we'll see how AdditionalPylpns responds.
And I love how far our the bot creators of ProBots are starting to come. The first season.
Oh wow, he's recalling.
Recall.
He recalled.
Now I know.
Disruptor hit.
Tempest. Last season we saw Tempest, but they felt like they were super underutilized, and I'm hoping this season we get to see, like, we saw some really crazy Tempest movements, but it usually that was like they were dead at that point, and they were still peel away at their aggressor who was clearly ahead. So I
think we saw someone make like a bunch of Tempests into like 20 Thors or something. I think it was against Tychus actually.
Yes, I believe it was against. Yes, it was Tychus because he had the Thors. Yes. Yes.
So, and I find something that seems to be improving a little bit too is some of the control. That so many bots are very, very skittish and like hesitant to attack and everything. And you're seeing, like, particularly this is a good example. It's actually walking into the area it wants to be, although that Colossus is doing something weird. But they're no longer just attacking at max range only. They're walking in, they're doing something, they're like being aggressive, and that's been a big key.
But we're still seeing a little bit of problems with prioritizing. Right now we're trying to kill this missile turret while the army is clearly coming from a flank. I guess this doesn't matter, but this is clean up, and this tank is still problematic.
And it doesn't know to deal with the tank. I like this hallucination stuff that he's been doing, and it does seem to hallucinate different units in different situations.
Which is good.
We've seen it, I think, hallucinate Void Rays, and now the Immortals here.
And Phoenixes.
Phoenixes too, to actually scout and get information.
I'm hoping we're going to see some really good Disruptor shots in one of these games. I feel like Disruptor in the power of a bot is just so far. This looks beautiful. Please.
We got one. We got one. That was pretty good.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, Yama's saying in chat that Tychus does have coding to handle it, but it may be bugged or something because they made no attempt to dodge away from the disruptor there.
Well, that was a beautiful.
Big hit. I was like 95% of it.
And the thing is, I've watched a lot of the highlights and some of the old the games that passed, and the disruptor. The disruptor. I was always imagining would detonate too early in the hands of the bot. Right, the bot wouldn't to determine when to detonate, and that was really well done. Surprisingly well done.
I think one tendency that you have with a lot of units, and again, I mentioned that they attack at like max range, is the disruptor will fire when something is at the absolute edge of its attack, but of course they're going to retreat. So you have to actually get them inside first before you fire.
I'd be curious to know how the detonation works on the disruptor, like on a bot perspective. Does it go to the disruption shot max range in the direction that it chooses the enemy? Or does it hone down on a specific enemy, and what we saw was merely luck?
So this game is shaping up that AdditionalPylpns is getting a really, really good air army over time. He does still have the army lead. He's getting some good disruptor shots and damage done with each of these attacks, but Tychus continues to upgrade, and that makes a big difference over the course of the game. Although AdditionalPylpns is starting to, but it is behind. This is weird behavior, though, what the bio is doing.
This is actually, oh my god, there's a lot. But this is unusually close. And when I say close, ProBots, by this point, a dominant bot has emerged, and you can pretty much say without much problem who's winning.
Yeah, exactly.
In this,
and I don't know for sure. Yeah,
which is good. This is healthy. It's a healthy ProBot game, in my opinion, because something that's weird. Yeah.
I think now that this base is broken, I think AdditionalPylpns is going to win.
I'm
but
not sure what do we have is Thermoland research?
I don't. No, it doesn't look like it is. It is? Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know. It shouldn't still be in range even with thermal. Without thermal.
Without it's only 6, so I think it still. Yeah, I think it still is because they're usually 6, right? So, but
right now, AdditionalPylpns I think broke.
You get to a point that there's so many Tempest that there's nothing you can do about it. I like the Mothership edition.
Oh my god!
Huge key to the victory here.
Basically won it.
Yeah, exactly. He does really. Oh, I guess he's maxed out. Yeah, I was going to say slow down the production. Of course, he's maxed. I do like that AdditionalPylpns is still getting the upgrades. It doesn't get any of the air upgrades, though. And given that obviously this is an Air Force, that could be cool.